When Maureen was an innocent child, she used to spend convulsive intervals wandering, stim packing her bipolar, no second chance personalities that were taking away the creative realm of every struggle as she traversed to upheld their just kidding in her idiom juxtaposed voices, an internal monologue with multiple identities trapped inside her head. They didn't believe in her, just like her derelict Odyssey mother. Just like her mother's cold heart, she wanted a boy, and instead she got a distant stare every time she looked through the backyard talk screen to check the language. At the door, she ran to escape the fear bomb of a story of a one-handed conversation that was a polygraph video never taped of a kaleidoscope moment. A memory gland held it all in, though. The morning after, she never took a pill but watched her mother hide in that hidden treasure of addiction. In realms and landscapes of predatory videos wherein her mother's brother, an uncle, yet a pedophile, the vile reality of a hunter, supposed upon her some pain, locking away the misery of aches and spasms. She forgot what happened that day. Indeed, Maureen could remember what happened every single day of her life, except what happened on Friday. Dear Juton, what is this malarkey? Stop. Please stop the swelling vermilion red kindred tide of anti-sedation. The shores of the story that you're telling are hurting my consciousness. They're uncomfortable. And then last the poem goes on. When my mother was young and innocent, beautiful youth, she used to spend convulsive intervals of time trapped, shivering behind the manifested parental prejudice, willing herself to believe that she could reclaim her withered smile, that contortion that was forever hidden in the sandbox, in a sandcastle universe in the backyard beyond the talk screen. Language closed the door to the past like the future, an escape method that patiently waited, tolerating the tirade amidst the tears. Her liberation came as the first fist was raised. Besieged child of pain, dialect, swollen eyes can't escape. Auditory, multiple voices validate a sane response to insane circumstances. Alas for the tragedy. Not so unique, yet too often reprised the role of a nightly wish on her deathbed that there is a victim, quote-unquote, less. Crime that described her life away. Something she grew accustomed to, yet never once asked nor challenged the putrid will of a vile creature unimaginable, and at times, too, they were both parents derelict of their dirty duties. Curfew was the only thing they cared about, the curfew of their consciousness, so they could both go back to sleep. When Maureen was a tormented youth, forgettable, no family table trace, the disgrace of her scraps, she used to spend convulsive intervals of time sedated. Bed, sex payment riddled, packaged her bipolar personalities into a second no one ever kidded around with that idiom juxtaposed chances where her schizophrenic personalities and the dual, no principle disorder of misconduct spoke. They were perfect, multiple voices sinking in where ships, no bigger than a battle, were sunk unbelievably deep because no one ever believed in her. She walked around in faith and hatred. Her cold, no heart, drunken mother wished she was a boy, was a scrimmage, a constant dare you to perceive the value of yourself in the mirror when your personalities are just like your parents'. They're distant and half-periodic. The mirror is loathing. The reflection stare in the backyard talks memorandum screen to check the baggage at the door, but there's nothing but hateful language like luggage. She is being chased after out that back door. She could never escape the fear bomb of her own story. Of every night's red, one righteous hand of the father's mismanagement elicits where he gave her illicit kaleidoscope faceplate. Phantom bruises never recorded. She never recorded the unlimited resources of the pain where a police lineup and the aspirations of a conviction were never falsely testified to the detective proven. Polygraph darkness test. Children falsely incriminated, trapped in the idle rhyme. Pain endowed a shiver forever upon the frozen happiness that is permafrost. The exposure of no balloon that they're stuck in, trapped in pain with no freedom. I could just end it now, you know, but the conscious sorrow must go on. The father's betraying fingers like daggers to the heart of shame, never exposed to the regret on a deathbed nights. Mirror polygraph diagnosis test. She failed twitching in a stigma holocaust thin in a high accidental metabolism, hands reaching for enlightenment stardust brings acceptance despite horrid word sticks like painful stones have run amok, penetrating the rampant skin walls, damaged by derelict waves, beaten black and red, bruises mingled in blood, kaleidoscope, epidermis, shorelines of woe, the shame of